These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Faye Fredericks with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. But first, a developing story. A Phoenix police officer in critical condition. Another officer now stable after being shot last night. This happened near 16th Street in McDowell after they responded to a report of someone trying to break into a vehicle. A suspect has been arrested. 41-year-old Saul Ball is facing several charges, including attempted murder. Keeping up to date now on the investigation involving the principal at Buckeye Union High School, now on administrative leave. Court documents reveal Joseph Kinney is facing a sex crime charge, accused of trying to lure a minor for sexual exploitation. According to those documents, he was in contact with an undercover law enforcement agent posing as a 12-year-old girl online and sent messages that were sexual in nature. When interviewed, Kinney reportedly said he talked to multiple people on an app who claimed to be underage, but said he never believed they were underage and were just adults role-playing. He denied having sexual attraction to children and said he would never engage in sexual acts with a child. ABC15 tracking teen violence, following up on a case that really started a movement in the East Valley, the murder of Preston Lord. The teen was beaten at a Halloween party in Queen Creek last October and later died. After months of investigation, 7 suspects were arrested and charged in March. For months, the Lord family surrounded by a sea of orange at walks, events, and now in court. In their first ever sit-down interview, Preston Lord's dad and stepmom share more about their son, their journey through the nightmare that followed his death, and their goal now to live like Preston.
What does it mean to live like Preston?
To live like Preston is to improve not only yourself but the lives of others. It's stepping forward and doing what you can to help somebody along the way.
ABC15's Ashley Holden sitting down with the Lord family. That first ever interview tonight at 6 and 10. Millions in funding headed to Arizona to aid humanitarian efforts in border communities. The Department of Homeland Security awarding the state $47 million. More than a third of that going to Pima County, home to one of the busiest border crossing sectors in the nation. County officials say money will allow them to continue providing services for migrants requesting asylum who need temporary shelter and food.
They come to our facility, they can get a bed for a night, perhaps. People are here for generally, well, the average is less than 72 hours. They get something to eat, they can get cleaned up, and then we help them with the transportation, finding the person who is their sponsor so that they can move on to the next community.
The nearly $50 million in funding coming to Arizona is part of a $380 million allocation split up among states impacted by asylum seekers. 6 candidates running for 3 open seats on the Arizona Corporation Commission, debating recent electricity rate increases in a televised event Tuesday. The commission is an elected board that sets rates for several utilities, including APS and Southwest Gas. Earlier this year, the current commission approved a controversial 8% average increase for APS residential customers, as well as a new fee for solar customers. During the debate, the 3 Democratic candidates called the APS rate increase excessive, while the 3 Republican candidates said they felt the increase was fair. Tuesday's debate was sponsored by Arizona Clean Elections. ABC15 will have more coverage of this important race in the coming days. Arizona State Treasurer Kimberly Yee kicking off the month with an essay competition. The prompt, what's your dream job? Winners will get $529 for their 529 education savings accounts. ABC15's Adam Klepp hearing from Valley students about their hopes for the future and finding out how small savings now can help pay for a college education down the road.
55 days at 110 or hotter. I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellins. We have now tied the record set just last year, and we are going to keep on seeing the tally climb as more 110s hit the valley for the rest of the week. We have excessive heat warnings in effect now through Friday night, and more to track farther north and east that are going to kick in as we head into tomorrow. Let's take a look at that forecast tomorrow. 88 degrees at 6 a.m., 96 at 9, and 106 around noon. Tomorrow's record 115, our forecast at 113, and another air quality alert, high pollution advisory for ozone once again tomorrow too. As we take a look at the next 7 days, this excessive heat warning going until Friday night, but even after it ends, temperatures will flirt with records and be up near 110 over the weekend. In fact, 108 is as low as we'll go on Monday. Overnight lows mostly in the 80s, but we may add another 90-degree low to the tally, already record-setting by Friday morning.